Accreditation and Quality Assurance Authority. We are the body, as you know, responsible for the regulation of all the tertiary and higher education institutions. And I remembered when I assumed the role of CEO in July last year, one of the first visitors was your late wife, may her soul rest in perfect peace. And when she came and expressed her desire for me to pay a visit to your institution somewhere around, around that Ndau's school, there is a small road here. So I went there and had a very used, I saw, receiving all kinds of training and the kind of impact they are having in society. That alone speaks volumes. So that's why I'm very much happy to receive you here and to say that we stand ready to assist you in whatever way you feel in terms of your service delivery. Once again, welcome to the National Accreditation and Quality Assurance Authority. Thank you very much.
But Fatu constantly briefed me on everything that she does, that she did, and your famous visit that you just alluded to was one of those I actually endorsed and approved of, and it meant a lot to us. Mr. Mas here too, I had spoken to on the phone during our accreditation process. Everywhere I go, so I went in this country for the past few years, I literally went with Fatu. She was my friend, my ADC, my guide, and my support system. I remember fully when I came here with her and we met your predecessor. He also had worked with us together with Mas and the rest of the team to see that we receive our temporary accreditation years ago. A couple of years ago. Now this particular visit makes me emotional more than every other place I've been to, because since last week I've been taking the team around to introduce them to our partners from when we went to the State House. Just yesterday we visited Mayor Rohilo and Talib Bensouda and Minister Bakari Baji and others. As I am introducing them to the new team, this particular one means a lot. You just mentioned the institution being called POJ after Mas and the rest of the inspectors came and suggested that we separate the media from the training institute. Fatu proposed to me and said, you work really hard for this country and your legacy should be recognized, the work that you have done. Why don't we change the name of the entity in your honor to POJ Training Institute for Youth Employability, which stands for Pa Ousman Joof. Little did I know that she was gonna go. Little did I know she was gonna go this soon. This was my vision, to train the youths of this country, knowing my own personal background, growing up in Farafenye as an underprivileged youth without access to resources is what led me to start this training. to empower the young people. Everybody you see here clearly, you can see they are all young people below the age of 35 for the most part. And everybody here, plus the over 600 youth we train that are occupying great positions of responsibilities, especially in the multimedia landscape in this country. You go to the office of the president, I'm happy to inform you that we have one of our students working at the office of the president currently. Every major media house in this country. We were just with the iAfrica TV yesterday. One of their most promising journalists is from our institution, from the Gttvs to the GRTS, all of them. And this is something that we are very proud of. Fatu saw my vision and believed in it equal to or even more than I do. And she's worked very hard to make sure that we were accredited. From years ago when we visited Minister Bakari Baji, he was the one that proposed to us to look into getting the accreditation so that the in-house training we are providing we can produce a certificate that can recognize, that would be recognized. And we've been working with your team to make this happen. I wish this happened while she was alive, but she's not here with us today. This will enable us to maintain her legacy in every way, shape, or form. In fact, I was very passionate and thought of changing the name in our honor. And the board chair and others suggested that, well, she wanted to maintain your legacy. You can still keep it as that because that is what she wanted. Let's give her her wish, but if there's a possibility of adding her name to it, we would love to add her name to it just because of how hard she worked to get this to where it is. And we will be working with you. We would like to know what it would take in order to go through that process, that we can start to make sure that her legacy is maintained. We would like to add her name to the name of the institute. Because that's the only thing that we can do for her to make sure that she is remembered. We don't want Fatu to be forgotten. We want to remember her for eternity. But thank you very much. The accreditation means a lot to us. It will enable us to be able to provide this to training to more youth. We want to be in compliance. We are always open to, we are not perfect. As a new institution, I set it up to train these young people, and we've been doing it for free of charge. We can make mistakes, we can stumble and fall here and there, but I can assure you that it's not intentional. The new leadership, Musa Jata is the current and interim country coordinator of Musa Jata, yes. He is the interim country coordinator. He is not new to the institution. He rose through the rank. He attended our training. Besides Fatu, everybody, as I mentioned earlier, came to our institution through this training program. And we eventually hired some went on to be self-employed. Others went to work for other institutions, while these ones we maintain. Each and every one of them have been with us for years after going through their training. Musa rose through the ranks of being an ordinary staffer, videographer, to becoming a supervisor, the technical director, deputy country coordinator, and now interim coordinator. He's been with us since 2018, etc. He is the new country coordinator, interim country coordinator. Ibrahim Asanyang there, similarly, just like Musa also rose through the ranks. He's our current operations manager, and he also rose through the ranks similar to Musa. Adama Makasuba is our editor-in-chief. That took this to the next level, working with the young people to make sure that the stories that they are writing actually have proper editing. He also have, great experience. I think he joined us, he was the editor at Voice newspaper, and he joined us, a couple of years ago. Yaya Bayo, I think is very familiar here. He was Fatu's right hand and went everywhere with her, including here. He's our Fatu's assistant and also the finance manager. Of course, Binta Njai, behind the camera there with the phone, is the new technical director working with Adam Jeng. They also just joined the program as the same thing in the in-house training that we are providing, and they rose through the ranks. So we are not going out anywhere to look for new people. It is the young people that we have trained from scratch that had zero experience, and we gave them 75% practicals and 25% theory that are here with me today. Ramatullah Gay, of course, is the senior journalist, her and Aisa Tukoli, who is currently in school. That's why she's not able to come and join us here today. They are working with Naqaa in the journalism program, and of course, she is taking over all the programs that Fatu was doing, including this famous Semester Avenue. Aisa Tujalo is the director of the training program. She is not here with us today. She works as the communication officer at the Carnifing Municipal Council. And this is also one of our youth that we trained from scratch. And of course, we elevated her to be responsible for the program that she was very familiar with. So you may be dealing with Aissatou a lot. Musa may and them may dedicate her. You may hear from Aissatou a lot, but she's working at KMC, and also she's the director of the training program. As we are trying to take it to the next level, especially now that we have the accreditation, we want to make sure that we fulfill and follow all the policies, rules, expectations that you have with us to be in compliance. We want to be in compliance. So that is the reason why we are here, to introduce these folks. But I want to apologize to you and Mas and the rest of the team. It's a tradition for me. Everywhere I went, especially for those that she has interacted with, I know she was very passionate about this. Either she's calling you, she's coming unannounced, she's knocking on your doors unexpectedly. I'm asking you all to kindly find it in your heart to forgive her for all her shortcomings. I just want to give an opportunity to Musa and Binta to share a few words, and we'll take it off from there.
Yeah, I am Musa Jata, currently the interim country coordinator of Gambian Talents TV. After being in the institution for 7 years, actually I was an intern. That is how I joined the company. Then from there I was staff, and then a supervisor. Then from there been promoted to a technical director. That is where I spend most of my time, until recently that I'm been promoted to be the interim country coordinator after the demise of Fat Samba. May her soul rest in peace. And our purpose here is just to introduce ourselves and the rest of the team to you, and then to make sure that Fatu's legacy, we continue, where Fatu left the institution, we continue to do as she expected us to do, because Fatu was somebody who was very hardworking, very dedicated. Yes, sometimes even in the field you will not know that who is the boss there. He will be there with us. He will be there fixing microphones, even doing camera work. So we don't want her legacy to die. So we want to continue from where she stopped. And I assure all my team that for me, I am personally ready to continue where Fatu stops. Yeah, thank you so much.
Our training is primarily designed for the underprivileged youth of this country. Backway returnees, school dropouts, students of madrasas, etc. Folks that would typically not have had the opportunity. And it is a model, we can assure you, that has been tried and tested and has been working. Because all these young people you are seeing here were underprivileged. I wouldn't go into details, but we've had so many of them, people that drop out of school, people that finished school and had good grades but did not have the opportunity to go to college or university because their parents couldn't afford it, or they actually fall short of the grades. We've seen some of them that went and became mates after finishing school. And when we interviewed them, they told us that they had to go and become mates. We brought them into the training. Now those are some of the most, working in the most reputable institutions here. security forces and other institutions, government entities are relying on our training and sending their people to come to us for this training. And we are happy that we could touch these folks' life, over the years. So our training is very impactful, and we believe it is a model that should be emulated by a lot of the institutions in educational institutions, and we want to continue to do it because you can see the evidence everywhere, without a doubt.
Whether you have any partnership with the IOM. Do you have any partnership?
In fact, when we talked to your predecessor, those were some of the conversations I had with him. He told us that it is part of Naqaa's desire to even connect institutions like ours to strengthen our capacity so that we can do it. It's unfortunate, but I don't have any form of official partnership for this. I've been supporting this from my own personal endeavors over the years and would like to do it. There is no partner, not individual, not institution. We have knocked on a few doors over the years and it didn't work, but we hope with this new reality, with us being accredited and with some of you helping us, we would be able to establish partnerships to get this, because we, at no point in time do we have less than 50 or 100 applications on our desk. And we used to take up to 45 people. The very last batch we took about 2 months ago, we only took 10 people because that's what our capacity is could do. But with more support and more collaborations, we will be able to do a lot more. So,
just to buttress on what Mr. Joof and Musa said, at Gambian Talent, our aim is to empower the young people who are having the problem of furthering their education, or they have trouble in financial areas, or some of these youths who have no other ambitions, like they feel that they are not part of the society. So we bring this kind of people, we change their lives so that they can be a better person in the society. And then, as you can see, we are all young people. We have more young people at the office currently with us, and then we need your support also. As Mr. Joof said, we are not perfect. And then we are open to learn from you guys also, as the institutions accredited to give accreditation to other institutions so that they can train young people to become a better person in the society.
Institution is accredited now, but one of the challenges that we have is the license of the individuals that are there and providing the training. The process is rigorous, and most of them have been here and gotten interviewed because they are the ones, these are people that have been with us for 5, 6, 7, 8 years and have gone through this training, and the ones that are working in other institutions, like Aissatou Jallow that I mentioned, just received her accreditation last week. She's the only one person that has been accredited. She went for her interview at KMC when they just opened their EU-funded radio station with university graduates, but she's the one that was considered for the position. And because of the great job she's been doing, she was elevated and promoted. Their PR quit, she was made the acting PR and head of the communication department. She now just recently joined the University of the Gambia. We have a good partnership with the university. We just have an MOU with them, in case you don't know, with the university. Yes, in fact, this Friday we are meeting with them. We have an MOU with them where they are even willing to accept our students into their degree programs. And one like Sirif Conte was a madrasa student when he came to us. He just graduated a few months ago from the university with his degree in journalism. We have Ida Kebe and several other people. Lamin Sise currently is registered at the university and is in his second year studying there. So they are all passionate and would not have had the opportunity to be accepted either at the university or other tertiary institution if it wasn't for this training, but they do have the practicals. So we are requesting if you can kindly consider what we are providing for this youth, because without that it would also be hard. All of them have the skills. Some of them went to inside training, some of them went to Majak, to actually get that paper there. because without which most of them are told that they cannot, and they are providing training. Everything you see on our platform is done by these youth and these young people. We have a lot of qualified people that are running our institutions and they don't have any degrees. Musa traveled to China not long ago with the partnership with the Ministry of Information, and when he came back, he transformed the whole place based on the training he has there. So we are giving them opportunities to thrive and to be able to do this thing. So having the individuals accredited as well will go a long way. We are not telling you to break any rules, but what we are doing is working. And if there is no standard or there was no set institution or a model that could have been applied, I mean, as Naqaa and the rest of the institution are still trying to figure it out, it is good to look at models that are working, because everywhere around the world in the US that I live, that's how it works. Everything can be treated uniquely. We're not asking for any laws to be broken, but we would actually appreciate consideration, especially with the number of years that they have. Myself, I'm about to get into a master's degree in the US. I do not have a bachelor's degree. But because of my work that I've been doing for the past 7 years as the executive director of the Washington West African Center, it enabled me to go and do a master's in public administration, which of course I do not have a bachelor's degree for. So there could be exceptions based on the experience that they have had, and we are confident that they've all applied, submitted their CVs and everything that you have asked for, and they've come for their interviews. Yes.
It's been very exciting listening. Most of the things being said here are quite exciting. Did any one of them come forward for the RPL? No, not yet. Recognition. We also have what is called recognition of prior learning.
All of them have been interviewed.
They've all been interviewed. Yes, I was asking Max whether if there is anybody in your team who has undergone the RPL, that's what we call recognition of prior learning. Now, it's meant for those who have not gone through the formal education system, but have acquired skills, that are, commensurate with what others have done at the tertiary level. So, based on their skill level, they are placed on the certificate level 1, certificate level 2, certificate level 3, certificate level 4. So that is also available here, which is called RPL, recognition of prior learning. Whether you've been to school or not, but you have acquired skill in videography, in editing, and so on and so forth. So you could come and you submit your application, and then we bring the assessors, to assess your skill sets in that area, and then place you on that level, either certificate level 1, level 2, or level 3, level 4, which is signed by Naqaa.
Okay, thank you. That is very important to
know
about. I don't know. They have, like I said, exhausted.
Yeah, Mr. Yata, you will liaise with Max, and he will take you through as to how to go about it. So that you have something to show.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that one is called RPL.
Do we have to start a new process?
No. From where we start? From here, before you leave the office, we go to the assessment office.
Okay.
Your numbers will be.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's all over. We do it for women guardians, for the You see a woman who has been into agriculture for 30 years in this Naples. They have learned something. You understand? For 30 years, this person has been doing gardening. There are skills that person possesses.
Absolutely.
So, they are now subjected to this RPL, and based on their levels and competencies, they are already certificate. They have something to show. Yes. Now, you also talked about the possibility of further training. I know before I left UTG, the entry requirement into the BA, BSc journalism program, I think it was revised somehow, because now students from Majak, they gain admission, even with 4 credits or so, but with that diploma. Yeah, so I've been away for almost 8-9 months now, so I don't know what's the situation now. but I will try to find out. Okay, and then the issue of name change. There are procedures. All what you require to do is to write formally to us, to inform us, okay, about the new status. So whenever the need arises for the name to be changed, you write to Naqaa, and then we'll do the due diligence and, approval is granted. Okay. So, Mas, you would like to say one or two things before we close this session?
Ousman was asking for forgiveness for his late wife. But I told him at the waiting space there that we were not doing Fatou a favor. Yeah. We were doing what we are paid to do. Exactly. For Fatou and any other person. So Naqaa's responsibility is not only policing, condemning and telling people stop, do this and that, but we are also here to support. Our aim is to make sure that people, when people are issued certificates, they can be able to compete, not only in this country, but outside of the country. They easily fit well in the labor market that they are trained for. This is the goal, this is the aim of Naqaa. This is what Naqaa looks for. That is why we follow people to tell them, go by the standards. So that when your people graduate, they can easily fit well in the labor market. This is all what we are out for, nothing else. So we've been together, we have been supporting institutions, and POJ is not going to be an exception. Our doors are open, we will talk, we will visit each other. Wherever the support is needed, we will give you the support, and life goes on. So we will be working with Ousman. So yes, you are coming and going, so we'll be working with Musa, Yaya. We've known Yaya for the past few years. Right. So our doors are open. We will be working together to ensure what is all the support that POJ or any other institution requires, we give it to them, because the benefit is not for Naqaa, it's for the whole country. You will leave this country, you are not only going to work in this country, you may find yourself somewhere else in any part of the world tomorrow or any other time. So this is our business, this is our goal, and we are in it together. We ask our support anytime. Call us, visit us, knock our doors anytime. We will give you the support required.